Okay. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. It is I, as always, your Lord. Lord Dragonoff, back with yet another reaction video. Guys, welcome back to the experience. And let's get this show on the road. Guys, okay. So, if you noticed my last post, my last video, I talked about AOE. And I talked about how I really wasn't 100% sold on the idea that there was going to be an anime original ending for Attack on Titan, right? I was not sold on that. I will honestly say this. I'm still fucking not. Okay, so I'm still not really sold on the idea that there is going to be an anime original ending. However, key word, there are a lot of individuals that are coming out and saying like, oh yes, there will be an anime original ending. There will be that. So, I don't know. I can't say. But what I am going to do is I'm going to react to one of these individuals as they have put out a series of kind of videos explaining their reasonings as to why there's going to be an AOE. And that individual goes by the name of BROWNSMAGIC. BROWNSMAGIC is one creator that I've reacted to before, just because, again, our viewpoints are very, very similar in how we felt about how Attack on Titan ended. Basically what it was for us. Very, very on par with each other. Now, according to what I am seeing, she is very, very much on the side that an AOE is coming. And it's inevitable, and there's nothing we can do. This bitch coming like motherfucking Thanos.
I am inevitable.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and react to this. Now, I know she did a part 1 on this already. If you want to watch part 1, I did not do a reaction on part 1. But if you want to watch part 1, I'm going to put that in the description below as well. And you can check out part 1 for her. As well as I'm going to put part 2, the one that I'm about to react to in its entirety, down below in the description. So it's not going to have my commentary on it. Right? If you just want to watch it in full. But she did a part 2, which also says AOE is inevitable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to currently react to this, and we're going to see exactly what points are being made, and we're going to make our decision based off of that. I want to see, honestly, if somebody can convince me, because I'm not convinced. I'm just not convinced. I still am on the fence. And I think that they're just going to say, fuck it, whatever, it is what it is. I just don't see it. I don't fucking see it, right? Except for the one thing that I mentioned in my previous video that has kind of thrown me and was like, okay, this might be on to something. But other than that, that's about it. I've not seen much else to make me say, okay, sure, whatever. There was one commenter in my comment who said that AOE is a bunch of theories that have basically been compiled together to where it equals out to be AOE, right? And we just going to get into it, right? Okay, but again, before we do, guys, you know I got to get the business out the way. Guys, if you like the video and you like what you're seeing, you like the content that's being provided for you, guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and go ahead and give this video a like. Also, guys, feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. It helps the channel's algorithm. It helps the channels grow. It helps us get our word out there in regards to what's going on in the Attack on Titan landscape. Also, I want you guys to comment. I've been enjoying reading everybody's comment and responding back to everyone's comment that has responded below to a lot of my different videos. That has been fun. I want to keep up that fun. And also, guys, feel free to share the video. Sharing is caring. I need you guys to share this bitch all over the place. Any Attack on Titan fan that you see, share this motherfucker. And y'all give BROWNSMAGIC, if you're not already a subscriber to her, give her channel a subscribe. Guys, very good stuff, very good content on there. I'm a much smaller content creator than her, So by me telling other people to go over there and subscribe to her may not be great, but I'm going to say it anyway. I like sharing the love. She's got great content. Y'all go show her some love if y'all aren't subscribed to her already. But without further ado, I'm going to stop the yammering. I'm going to let the yammering get into this video. I'm going to try to let this video play straight through. It's not too long. I think her video is about 17, 18 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this, give my thoughts on it, see if I can be convinced, see if you can change my mind, and then we'll just go ahead and go from there. Let's react to AOE is Inevitable, done by BROWNSMAGIC. Let's get it, guys.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of my AOE is Inevitable series, and it is the final part. I want to thank you guys so much for watching AOE is Inevitable, and I am so proud to present this piece of shit. This will be nothing like the first video. But without further ado, here is the video. We do have a quick recap of some of the major points in the first video. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you go watch that first. Let us get on with the video. So I feel like I didn't really establish what I wanted to accomplish in my first video. Besides, obviously, proving that AOE is coming, my main goal in the first video was to show that several things are pointing towards the same destination, which obviously means either we all have schizophrenia, that would be us fans who believe in AOE, and all the music, coordinators, and then Isayama also has it, and so does
I mean, alright, y'all know how I roll, dog. Y'all know I pause videos right up front. Now I will say this: it's no shun to those who actually do follow that and go that deep. I think what it is for me, just speaking candidly, I don't go that deep into it. Like, I didn't go so far as to research the lyrics of the song and look at the different panels here and there and stuff like that. The only thing, yet again, that I always mention is the one thing that I mentioned in my video prior to this, which was involving episode 1 and chapter 1 of the manga and how Eren woke up. Those were my connections and where I was like, okay, this could mean something. This is pretty weird. And then I didn't mention in the previous video, but when he did wake up, as he did, black birds flew from the tree where he woke up at. You know what I'm saying? And we all know the symbolism of the black bird. You know what I mean? Instead of the white bird stands for good. Black bird, is on the, I guess, the evil ending, like they be in the video games and shit like that, right? But they flew off the tree when he woke up in the anime. However, there was no indication of that in chapter 1 of the manga, right? So that's my only take. Now, again, she mentioned the music and the lyrics. I didn't go that far into it. I didn't reach that far. So I don't know, but they may mean something. I'm willing to hear it out. But I'm just saying, from my point of view, I didn't go that far into the research. Now, that's why I'm listening to everybody's take on this, because I know they kind of did a little bit more research than I did, right? So let's continue.
Appa and Wit, I guess, because all of them have been doing things that would only point in the direction of AOE. Isayama adding Falco scenes, Isayama adding birds to everything, Isayama saying that there's going to be anime-only content for Ymir. And what the fuck have Linked Horizon been writing all of this time, right? How have they correctly guessed reaching the ocean? How have they correctly guessed the rumbling, right? If they didn't know the ending of this series. And so now they're guessing that Paradis will be abandoned. Now they're guessing that there will be a lone survivor.
Now, I did see that part in the ending of season 4, part 2 of the anime. You know what I mean? The ending part, like with Eren and stuff. I did see that because it did show that was Paradise's, like, its structures. everything was like destroyed and shit like that, and it looked abandoned, right? It did look like it was not there, right? Nobody was there and shit. It was just flowers and shit, and Aaron was looking around and stuff like that. So I do remember that part. So I don't know if that was symbolism or not. Who knows? Who knows? Let's continue.
After the rumbling, who has just one leg, right? Titan powers will be gone because his leg doesn't heal, right? Things like that. The Lost Girls OVA being the only episode to have question marks in place of where the date is supposed to go, right? All of these little things add up to something that could only be AOE. Unless everybody's got fucking some sort of syndrome or something. I don't know. It would make literally no sense. It makes less sense for there to be no AOE than it makes for there to be AOE. And honestly, if that's not enough to make you believe in AOE, then it's a good thing you clicked on this fucking video. Anyways, let's get started. A major thing I brought up in my first video was the music portion, and I do advise you to go back and take a look at that, where I break down the lyrics of some of the most prominent AOE proving songs and videos. To make shit easier on you, the viewer of this here second installment, I've compiled this chart for you. Now, I've literally taken the time to read through the lyrics of all of these fucking songs.
All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. Like I said, I'm willing to give this a shot now. I'm willing to give this a chance. So let's look at this. All right, so these are the names of the songs: Liar, Truth, Dusk and Dawn, Crimson Bow and Arrow, My War is Frogs, Rebirth, Rumbling, Aaron Believes in Himself, Last Loop, The Rumbling, White or Black Red 11 causes death because of the butterfly. I'll be honest with you. Like I said, this is very complex. Like I said, I think doing this type of research and doing this is awesome.
And I don't just mean the TV size versions. I mean the 3, the 4, and the 5-minute versions of all of these songs, and I've deciphered the lyrics. If there is any song you want me to do individually, just let me know, and I guess I could make a fucking song lyric breakdown video for whatever song you choose, if that's necessary. But I think I did a pretty thorough job of that in the first video. To explain this chart a little, it's separated in 3 portions. We have the openings, the ending songs, and then the miscellaneous songs that were added to this soundtrack or this background music sound, whatever, added to the episodes or whatever, right? And they're color coded to show that some of the same themes, some of the same things are being referenced in songs. And then you can even see that some songs are referencing other songs. And if this was all some big coincidence, it would make no sense. First of all, to say this is all a coincidence is to say that Linked Horizon somehow guessed 9 out of 10 things correct, right? Apparently they didn't know the ending, right? They did not know the ending. That's what you're saying, right? They didn't know the ending. They somehow guessed 9 out of 10 things correct. And then the hints that they left about this 10th thing, the time loop, AOE, they're somehow wrong about that. What are the odds? What are the odds? We have Gurren no Yumiya proving that the rumbling is coming. That's season 1. Season 1, the rumbling is literally being referenced. In the A&R music video, the Crimson Bow and Arrow is used, and it is a visual metaphor for the rumbling. Like, come on, guys. All of this is a coincidence. All of it. And then you have so many songs referencing this rebirth. So many songs referencing this last loop. So many songs referencing the fact that there is a time loop. If all of this is a fucking coincidence, somebody's on crack. We all are on crack. So I urge you, I implore you to look at all of these lyrics again, check them out, and realize that this chart is the truth. All of these things are pointing towards AOE. Rebirth. Regeneration. Destruction via the rumbling, and regeneration. Dusk and dawn, bitch. It's all in the music. It's all in the music, and it's all referenced in the anime itself. From the visuals and the openings and endings to the very episodes itself.
Okay. So I do remember. I do remember this concept. Cause I never watched the Lost Girls OVA. I never watched it, and it was referencing the whole butterfly, the little blue butterfly that only Mikasa could see, or something like that. And I guess that was in reference to just her or something. But then in the end of in the rumbling done by the rumbling opening for season 4, at the end it was a crushed butterfly. You know what I mean? With the wings dead, so it was dead. So that's why people are picking up on that or saying, yo, okay, if the butterfly's crushed, that means that Mikasa's got to die or whatever in order to stop this loop that's going on, this time loop that apparently is happening. Yeah, so let's continue. Yep, that's the one. Let's see here. You just said that I'd be killed, Aaron. That I'll be ignorant until the day that I'm killed. What's going to kill me? A great power? A great power is going to kill you. Okay. What happened then might have been something Aaron brought upon himself. Something inside of him could have drawn him to it as if it was his destiny. Something wicked and dangerous. A great power. A great power. You may be some great power that none of us can see. You may be some great power none of us can see. And maybe Aaron is so upset because that is what engages him. Okay. What are they talking about? Okay, a great power is going to kill Mikasa. Aaron is then confirmed to be the great power, or rather his quest for freedom. Okay, so it's saying so they're just saying rumbling opening then shows a trampled butterfly. Yes, it does. So what they're saying is that in that particular instance, they were referencing Aaron like a great power, but the great power is his strive for freedom, if you will. And that's what he's gonna push past Mikasa. It's that great power. Alright. Rumbling opening then shows a trampled butterfly. Okay, it does. I do agree with that. Rumbling opening then shows a trampled butterfly. Then A&R shows a few dead butterflies. Okay. But you've seen all of that stuff. And besides, isn't Lost Girls just a fanfic? It's not like we have proper foreshadowing in the actual anime for Aaron killing Mikasa. Just fucking kidding, bitch. Mikasa walks around with a permanent reminder that during Aaron's first international transformation, he tried to kill her on sight. What? Oh. Now, okay, hold on. Okay. So here's my thing. All right. So I'm not tying that into it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Fair is fair. Like I said, fair is fair. I respect BROWNSMAGIC as a creator. I really, really do. I love her work. But on this portion here, I gotta call no dice on this one. I gotta call no dice on this one. Because it will be the same instance as when Falco, you could tie that to actually when Falco was had attacked Reiner when he first transformed, right? When Falco first transformed, he, attacked Reiner and didn't know, right? He didn't know anything. He didn't know what the hell was going on. And even even with the he didn't know what the fuck was going on. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. Yeah, they just didn't know. So I don't know. I think that plays into the fact that he just didn't have control at the time. He didn't have control of the Titan because he didn't fully understand it at that time either. He didn't fully understand what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that this is just foreshadowing that Mikasa's gonna die because he attacked her. You know what I'm saying? I think it was, just because even when him doing that, like he was out of it. He just didn't know what the fuck was going on. I can't chalk that up. I can't chalk this up to being like this foreshadows Mikasa dying. I don't know. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So like I said, I gotta call no dice on this one. It's just me. I gotta call no dice on this one. The other stuff that she was pointing out, okay, I can follow along. I can follow the trail. But this one, I gotta slow down a bit. I can't do it. So let's see. Eren. よけろ、仲間! But Eren clearly just lost control. Every Titan does that when they first start. Yeah, exactly. That's what I put. That's what I said. No, Eren is manipulating his own actions from the future. In the present, he is obviously unaware of this. But subconsciously, it drove his Titan to go only after Mikasa. I can't go with that. I can't do that. I just can't. I can't do that. I can't say that. The reason I can't say that is because why pick that particular time to go after Mikasa if that was the case? You see what I'm saying? Like if it was the case that Eren was manipulating his actions from the future, right? I don't think Eren had that much involvement with himself from the future. I think he let things play out to a degree, but overall he still made certain choices that he was making. I don't think it was like straight up like, yo, all right, I need you to turn left, turn right, like future Eren was in young Eren's ear. He would just put things in place of that. And like I said, we don't know how far the extent of the future powers go. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know how deep that goes. We only know based upon what we've seen. And from what I've seen, the only thing that I can interpret is that he did certain things like, pass down the certain Titans to certain people so that he could have the Titan. Not to kill Mikasa. I don't think that was it because I really don't think that was the thing. Because I don't think he just deliberately wants to kill her. That's what I'm saying. I can't use that as saying, oh yeah, this is the reason why he wanted to kill Mikasa, because he manipulated his own actions from the future. But, in the present, he isn't aware of that, so he subconsciously is, but it drove his Titan. I don't think so. I just don't think so. I think he just lost control at that point. I think what that more so represented is that he lost control of his Titan ability, but it had to take Armin to remind him of what it was and what he was and what his actual goal was. And so he took back control. That's what I think that was. I think that was a leading up to that moment, to have Armin be like, yo, hey, look, you said we were going to get to this ocean. You said we were going to get to the sea and shit. Said we were going to see what was in that book. Let's go. Let's do this shit. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, you right. That's what I think. I can't attach this to. I can't attach that to say that, oh, it's because Mikasa has to die, so he didn't really know what he was doing, but future Eren was the puppeteer and making him attack Mikasa. Because if that was the case, he would have killed Mikasa. He would have found a way to, if Mikasa was the issue, at that point in time, we got to think of it like this. If Eren was manipulating his own actions to that degree, and assuming based off of this that Eren knew that Mikasa was the issue, he would have found another way to kill Mikasa and get her out of the picture. He would have been did it. If he was going to attack her that early, then he would have found other ways to get her killed, and she wouldn't have survived all of that time. If his goal was to kill Mikasa, you see what I'm saying? That's why I say I can't roll with that. I can't roll with that. So let's go. It's a lot different from the Falco scene, but don't just take my word for it. It is different from the Falco scene to a degree, but it's not so much different. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember that too. Yeah, I was like, yo, okay, yeah. So he's attacking Peak because he just turned to he just went crazy. I'm trying to see how it's different. Please tell me you saw the difference. I didn't. I have to explain the difference. I guess what he's saying is that it's a lot different because Eren, he went berserk. He went berserk and was attacking everybody, but Eren only attacked Mikasa. I still don't buy it. Eren moves slowly. He isn't frenzied. He isn't rampaging. That's what I thought. She was the only one that was close to him. Like, she was the only one that was close. So it was like, no, he wasn't. You know what I mean? But I don't think so. I can't buy that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't buy that. I cannot buy that. You know what I'm saying? I think we can also attach to the fact of, yeah, he wasn't rampaging because he turned into his Titan previously. You see what I mean? So we can chalk it up to that. Because technically that was the second time he turned into a Titan. That was Falco's first time turning into his real Titan, his other Titan. Because technically he went crazy twice. Because he turned into the pure Titan at first, and then he ate Porco, and then after that he turned into that Titan and still went crazy. So it shows the same thing. Because when Eren first turned into a Titan after his dad transformed, he ate his dad. He killed his dad, right? So he was already crazy. But the difference is that the second time he turned into a Titan was inside the mouth of the Santa Claus Titan. But he had more of a purpose. He had more of a goal. His goal and his purpose at that time was, I'm going to keep fighting. Fuck this shit. I'm going to keep fighting. And he reached up, his arm burst out of the mouth of the Titan, right? So it burst out of the mouth. So by him doing that, he was then at that point, his driving factor was to kill all the Titans. So that's why he only attacked the Titans at that time. He killed all the Titans at that time. But then the Titans ate him and blah, blah, blah. He died or whatever. Then after that. So then his third transformation technically, because his first was when his dad transformed. His second was when he was in the mouth of the Titan. And he was in the stomach of the Titan. And then his third one was when he was about to lift a boulder. I think at that third time, he didn't really have a purpose, and he was doubting himself. And he was already doubting himself, not knowing if he could do what he could do. And again, they put all the shoulders on him. He's like, all right, I'll do it. You know, he looked weak and shit, and it was like that. And he wasn't fully prepared for that moment. So when he did transform, Mikasa was the only person that was close to him. Mikasa was like right behind him. So that's what I think is why he was punching her, just her, because she was the closest. No, he wasn't rampaging, but she was the closest to the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. So that's why I'm saying, like, that really had nothing to do with it. And on top of that, his purpose was not the same. Even within the Titan form that he was in, Armin had to convince him. Armin had to talk to him. Armin was like, yo, because again, that scene, he was just sitting there and he was like, you know what, I'm comfortable where I am. Fuck it. Armin, what are you talking about? You know, why are you at the window, right? You know what I'm saying? He was like in the moment. He was just chilling because he didn't really have a full purpose at that time, because at that time he was looking as if he was good. Everything was straight. And he was like, I'm just going to stay here forever. Stay like this forever. But he didn't have a full purpose, right? Again, they very much mirror each other. I can't say that. Again, like I said, I can't go with that theory. I can't go with that theory and be like, yo, he only attacked Mikasa because he wasn't rampaging. He was only focused on Mikasa. It was because Mikasa was close in the proximity. It was very close in proximity, right? And that was it. So I just can't. I just can't do that. So, can't do that. Falcon was drawn to clusters of people. He destroyed buildings and went on an indiscriminate, fast-paced rampage. Eren singled Mikasa out, ignored the clusters of people. It was completely different. I mean, yeah, it was completely different. But again, there's a lot of things that we can say is the reason as to why it was completely different. You know what I'm saying? We can. Because Eren was not a rampaging... His Titan wasn't a rampaging Titan to begin with. All scenes that we've seen of Eren, even when he lost control, it wasn't too much rampaging. Where he was just like, fuck this shit and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too wild. No, only towards the end when it came to Annie and shit. But yeah. So I can't get down with that one. How do I know there's a future Eren at play here? Let's see. That's Eren. And here's the thing. You have to understand something too. Here's my other thing. You have to understand this too. At this time, that's not a future Eren. He's saying he's going to destroy the world. Why? Because what does the world consist of? The world, to his knowledge at that time, consists of only Titans. That's it. He doesn't know about anybody else. So of course he's going to reference the entire world at that time, because he only thinks that there's Titans out there. That's why. That's not future Eren. He's only responding in kind to what he knows. He only knows that there are future Titans. There's only Titans outside. There's only Titans out in the world. So yes, I'm going to destroy all the Titans and I'm going to destroy the world, because at that particular time, all he knows of is Titans. So yes, naturally, yeah, I'm going to destroy the world. He didn't say I'm going to destroy Paradise too. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to destroy the world. And that's why he said, I am free. Because he's saying at that time, he only knows that once I destroy the world, once I get rid of all the Titans, I am free. That's what that means, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what that means. We got to... Let's reel it back. I know we're going with the AOE thing. Again, I'm on the fence. I'm not saying, but I got to call a spade a spade. I do. When I do reactions, I got to call a spade a spade. And the thing about it is that at that particular time, that was not future Eren. That was Eren referencing the knowledge that he only knows, which is that Titans are the blame and Titans are the reasons that they're in the situation they're in. And we know of no other evidence of any kind of other humans being out there. So yes, naturally at this time I'm fighting a Titan. Y'all fucked up my world. Y'all fucked up my life. Y'all keeping me in this cage. I'm going to destroy the entire world. I'm going to wipe all these motherfucking Titans out. Just like when he was going crazy, rip them and shred them. He's talking about the Titans. He wasn't talking about just people. Like, oh, I'm going to kill all these goddamn people, man. Because see, here's the thing. That wasn't future Eren. Because again, ending defenders will use that shit to say, oh, see, I told you that Eren was crazy. Invaders. He'll be like, yo, I told you Eren was crazy. That's right. He did say that, right? No, we have to understand the context in which he was referencing that in. He was referencing that, and I'll say it one more time. At that particular time, Eren only knew of the Titans outside of the wall. And the Titans outside of the wall represented the world to him. The world outside. So what he's going to do is he's going to kill all the Titans, hence destroy the world, so that why? He can be free. That's why. Let's go. Destroy the entire world. At this point, the world is literally only paradise as far as present Eren knows. Yeah, on top of that, present Eren is so far from free. Someone still friend. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It is. It is paradise, but it's also the Titans. That's why he's talking about destroying them. What does the world consist of? Titans. He's referencing the Titans. That's why he was fighting her. On top of the present area is far from free. It's almost silly for him to say it. No, it ain't silly for him to say it. It's not silly for him to say it. Because he's in the moment. He's in the moment right now, killing or about to kill kill Annie. Because he's about to kill her. He wasn't going to do nothing else. He's about to kill her. But he saw her crying. And he's like, oh shit, I see the human side of her. I see what this is, right? That's why he stopped. But no, it's not silly for him to say. Not at all. So this is obviously a takeover by future Eren. It's not, which is why this scene is so different. Is so different in the manga. Eren never gets the upper hand while fighting Annie. Think about the payoff of that scene when you rewatch Attack on Titan. B, the story will play a big role, aka birthing the first free Eldian that we already proved in the first video would be Ymir. So yeah. Remember this. Crystal Links. Where the story reads the person who holds in her hands the key to the world's greatest mystery. My name is Historian Eren. Let's hurry and go to the other side of the wall. Okay. That saying the greatest mystery is saying where Titans come from. She's the key. So, let's see. We're talking about the person. Yeah, she holds the key to the world's greatest mystery, the mystery of the Titans, the mystery of what the Titans are, and things of that nature, and the fact that she was part of the royal family. The key, the basement key, that was the basement key. I did, that was the key to the basement. Yeah, the key to the basement. I see that. That's the key to the basement. Let's see what it is. Okay, we saw. Then we see Historia. Random thing I just learned earlier: Siyama AOT drafts show that Aaron and Trost arc was supposed to save Krista from the Titan instead of Armin. Okay. I guess that would have been too obvious, huh? Aaron dying for Historia. But isn't that a little obvious too? クリスタを置いてくのか。
そうじゃない。僕たちだけじゃどうにもならない。俺はこのままなんて嫌だ。絶対にクリスタを助ける。俺一人でも行く。みんな。
That's reaching, dog. That's reaching, man. That's reaching, man. They were playing that song when he was putting the boulder on the wall too. So it's, I mean, it's that's a little reachy, but let's go. Go somewhere. What is the point / payoff of this line, if not to set Aaron up to make a family and be a father? There is no justification for this last line if this was only meant to make Grisha create Aaron. Let me see. What last line? Necessarily someone may see them later. Your wife, your child, even someone on the street, it does not matter. Love someone inside the walls. If you can't, we're doomed to repeat it all again. The same history, the same mistakes. I mean, maybe you can go with that. Maybe you can go with that. I don't know. I mean, or you can go with the fact that he's just saying it in general. Like even here, it doesn't mean that we're in a time loop right now, but we say it all the time. Learn from history. If you learn from history, you'll be doomed to repeat it, right? If you don't learn and you'll repeat the same mistakes over, you'll be doomed to repeat it. It's like insanity, right? It's not really a time loop. It's just, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. I get the feeling that he's barely talking to Grisha at all, because wouldn't a family be a hindrance to his mission? Wouldn't a family make him more hesitant? We learned in past that it literally does. Kruger is speaking directly to Aaron to break the time loop, create a family. It's my speculation that this is because in 139 we learned that Aaron's resolve breaks because he'd never be forgiven or whatever. So Kruger's like, hey Aaron, you need something to live for. I mean, I guess. So in the anime timeline, when Historia asks Aaron the big question, he remembers this Kruger warning. Imagine a callback scene to this that would be so fire. I mean, we're hyping ourselves up here. We gotta calm down for now, because we don't know. All right. He showed Historia that scenery just like he showed Grisha, and that's what got her on board with the rumbling. He probably showed her what Kruger said in that scenery. When did he show Historia the scene? When did he show Historia that? Also, Grisha tells Zeke that Eren will get what he wants. That clearly does not happen in chapter 139, which gives further credence that Eren had access to the anime future, that scenery. And that's what he showed Grisha to get the Titan. I speculate he also showed it to Historia in both timelines, but he didn't heed Kruger's warning in the first. But he will. That's going too far. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a bit much. That's going a bit far. That's going a bit far. I don't think all of that. I'm not putting all that together like that. I think that, we don't know what the scenery was. We don't know who he showed. The only thing that we know is that Grisha saw something terrible. That's what we know. We know that Grisha saw something terrible. We don't know what he saw. If he saw all good roses and candles and shit like that and saw that, my thing is if he saw that everybody else would be straight, like everybody else would be good, I don't think he would be in such turmoil of that. Like, I know it was because he killed the kids and he didn't want to kill the kids and stuff like that, but I think he would be a little bit more accepting if Eren were to show him like, yo, all of this stuff is going on and things like that. Now, I do agree that the family did hold him back to completing the mission at hand, which we did see. We saw that just inevitably anyway because he changed. He wasn't the same as he was with Eren as he was with Zeke. He was a different person. He loved his family. He loved Eren. He loved Mikasa. You know what I'm saying? He considered her his daughter. That's what it was. So, that definitely did hold him back. Made him a bit soft, if you will. But that's about it. As far as the scenery, nobody really knows what the scenery is. We don't know. We can only assume, but we don't know. I don't think he showed it to Historia. I don't think Historia knew anything about it. Because when he first told her what his plan was, she didn't go with it. So if he had showed her what was to come, she would have probably kind of more so understood to a degree. But I don't think he showed her anything. I really don't. I think that's a bit reachy. Now listening to Kruger results in Eren's failure. Or else, what was the point of that panel? What's the point of Isayama writing Kruger basically saying, maybe I'm not talking to you then, Grisha? But then it goes nowhere. No one else was listening. He was just talking to Grisha. It wasn't a message for anyone else. It was a setup with no payoff. Yeah. I mean, did he say that? Did he say, maybe I'm not talking to you, Grisha? I don't know. I didn't even know he said that. You need a full household once you enter inside the walls. What are you talking about? I have Dina, and all my memories from before I become a Titan will disappear anyway, won't they? Won't they? Not necessarily. Someone may see them later. Okay. What's the point of payoff this line if it's not? What, they're saying someone may see him later? I don't get it. I'm confused. I don't see where he said. Where did he say that at? Where he said I'm not talking to you, Grisha. Where did he say that at? I don't see that. I don't see that. Make a family. Storage key. Okay. Let's see this. He said make a family. Make a family. Need a household for the data and all the memories. Done a necessarily someone they see them later. What's the point to pay off with this lie if not to sit and make a family or to be a father? Okay. Your wife, your child, even someone on the street, it does not matter. Love someone inside the walls. If you can't, we're doomed to repeat it again. Saying, where do you say he's not talking to him? Aaron Kruger confirming the time loop. Okay, I don't remember that. I don't remember him saying that. Brace, you never be forgiven. Okay. What's the point of his him and Ryan Kruger basically saying, maybe I'm not talking to you, then, Grisham? When did he say that, though? Did he say that? Like, I'm confused. Did Kruger say that? I don't know. I'm moving on. No, he was saving it for a... Why don't you try hitting your head against something? That's right. All you've been doing to remember is holding hands with Historia. Maybe what you need is a headbutt from the instructor. Yeah, he met my dad on that day, and in that situation, he has to know something. And anyway, I feel like I've seen that man somewhere myself. Are you sure they're your memories, not Dr. Yeager's? I think so. Why don't you try hitting your head against something? That's right. All you've been doing to remember. If that's what it'll take, I'll let him headbutt me as many times as he wants. Okay. What should I do? I can't tell anyone about. Okay. This is the timeline where Historia's baby and he is his. And via his birds, he saw that the Alliance way did not work. He will go full rumbling. You're saying fight. Does that mean there are two fights? Yes, 2 fights, 2 endings. Okay. Remember this interaction? Yeah. We know from the shock ending, I guess, that this is the point where Aaron gave Falco future memories. Oh. Yeah, okay. I became a Titan from Zeke's spinal fluids, so I inherited some of these Titan's traits. So, shut up, you call it Zeke. The memory I recall, the beast is flying above the clouds, and I can do that too. Deep within, I remember I recall the best. We know shifters can see their predecessors' memories. How did he get a memory of Zeke flying? Zeke is an ape. Well, Zeke was with Aaron. So, how does he remember flying from drinking Zeke's spinal fluid? Apes don't fly. The Jaw Titan can't fly either. Long story short, this reinforces the fact that Aaron gave him access to memories. See, as Aaron cannot fly either, it means Aaron gave Falco a memory of himself flying in the previous loop. I don't know. He gave him other memories too. Now, I'm not Isayama, so I'm not sure if this means for sure that Aaron gives Falco the attack Titan, because it could very well just be something relayed through the birds, as he does in 131. We wait for spring. Okay. Quick analysis of the Lost Girl. Don't do that.
I just find it hard to believe that so many people think that Isayama just decided to animate a fanfic. The Lost Girls OVA is not a fucking fanfic. If it was a fanfic, it would not have been animated. If it was a fanfic, Isayama would not have taken the time to change the plane that was shown in the manga to an air balloon to make it more representative of what could actually happen in the time period. If it was a fanfic, anything fucking goes. Why does the plane matter? Just like him making changes to the A Choice with No Regrets OVAs, right? The way Levi meets Isabel is different in both of the mangas, more representative of his character. Fuck. Isayama decided to make all of these tweaks for the anime. So when it's consumed by the fans, right? Quote, the final product, his words, not mine, it's more representative of his characters. It's more representative of the world. Why is he changing things? If it's just a fanfic, why didn't he adapt it faithfully? Okay. Let's say he wanted to adapt a fanfic. Awesome. Why is he changing things? Why is the plane changed to an air balloon?
It is a world that exists only because of your inability to accept Aaron's death. This world and any other you might create. Aaron's death is an inevitability you will never escape. So people either think that the Mirror Man is Eren or Mikasa. I say it's neither. The Mirror Man is fate. Think about it. What does the Mirror Man do? He makes it impossible for Mikasa to be with Eren. What else does he do? He makes Mikasa a killer. She isn't fated to be the normal girl that she is before her traumatic loss of her parents. Fate literally forces her to become a killer and to be separate from Eren. That's why it says no matter how much she tries to escape, the outcome cannot change. She and Eren will be separate. I can get that from that. I agree with that. It says he will die because I think that's because they can't coexist. She will create more loops as long as she's alive, and Eren will always strive for freedom, which obviously cannot exist within a loop. This is why they are destined to be apart, and this is why to end the loop she must die. Interesting, she got a headache when she manipulated the dogs to turn away from her and Eren. Take that however you want. I just wanted to show you. Okay. You already know that she's aware of the time loop, and her headaches are an effect of her power to do so. I can't any more of this. I can't take any more of this. I want to go back to our home. Mikasa gets a severe headache. Then right after that, the long dream happens. She created a Lost Girls OVA right in the main story and literally says, I'm not supposed to be here. Why? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here. Well, we can't do anything about it. What? Since we abandoned everything and ran away like this. Literal Mikasa manipulating the dogs moment, or Mikasa manipulating the survey corps and shutting them down in chapter 138 is literally a loss. It is a world that exists only because of your inability to accept Aaron's death.
So if you don't believe in AOE, you just believe in random events just coordinating perfectly. It is more likely to you that these random events on so many different levels, Mappa not editing the Blu-ray, the jackets are wrong. The jacket is not representative of what we saw in the anime, yet it is representative of what we saw in the manga. All of these separate entities are coming together, each producing something that is leading to the same fucking conclusion, and we're just gonna assume that it's all fucking a coincidence. That would be asinine. That would be more mental than believing in AOE. And that's when I fucking flipped the script, right? Remember, I used to be 50-50. But now I feel like it's the dumber side to assume all of this is a coincidence. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And guys, remember, I curate my videos to what you want to see. So leave a comment. Tell me if there's something you want me to see. Message me on Twitter if there's something you want me to talk about. And 9 times out of fucking 10, I will do it. Okay? So just let me know. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. And please do let me know in the comments if I have changed you to a fucking believer. I need to know. Trying to see some. Okay, bye.
I'm still not convinced. I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like I said, I feel as though I'm being extremely 100% transparent here. I really feel like I'm doing that. But I'm not completely 100% sold on the idea of a anime ending. I'm just not. I mean, do I want, again, as I've said before, do I want one to happen? Absolutely. I absolutely 100% emphatically want something other than the atrocity that we received of chapter 139. I absolutely want that. I'm not sold. I'm not sold. Like, excuse me. I get some of the connections that were made. I really do. I can understand where they're coming from on that. But in the life that I live, I'm a receipts guy. And what I mean by that, and I'll end it with this. I'm a receipts guy. I need a receipt or some emphatic proof that this is a possibility, like this is going to happen. Because, again, everybody at first was talking about, oh, hey, Mikasa is going to answer differently once he asks her what it was. Like, the theories were ramping up. And then it was like, okay, when he asked her, how does she feel about him, she's going to give a different response. And that's how we know there's going to be AOE. When that didn't happen, all of a sudden it was like, no. Okay, this is going to happen. And then that's going to happen. It's, so I'm not sold on it. Like I said, I need a receipt. Because, see, at first, I was buying into that. I was buying into the concept of, okay, he's probably going to say something differently here. This is the turning point. It's the focal point, right? But then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, it wouldn't make much sense. Why would she say something different? Because we already got that she did say something different. Technically based off of her long dream. They did run away. She did tell him the different of how she felt. They ran away and was together for years. But that still fucked everything up. So, my thing is just like, the way I look at it, man, I hope to God that there's going to be another ending for sure. But I'm still not 100%. I'm not 100% sold. I'm not 100% sold, man. I mean, we can reach and try to get, you know, different ideas and different theories from this and that and blah and all that. Like, you know, it's cool. Some of it I can get down with, but then other times there are logical explanations to why these things happen. And it's like, okay, well, this more than likely could have also happened because of this. You know what I'm saying? So, again, great video again. As always, great content. Great content as well. I didn't actually mean for it to go this fucking long. I really didn't. But, again, y'all know I'm long-winded in a lot of my videos, and I say a lot of things, and I like to get all my points across. So, forgive me if this is too long, but I know that you guys will still watch it and support it. So all those who will watch it and support it, thank you in advance. And yeah, we're going to just keep going. We're going to keep it moving, guys. I got more content that's going to be posting soon. More stuff that I've reacted to as well. I got like a library kind of stacked up to where I'm going to start just releasing them like I see it before. This is going to keep coming out. So, again, appreciate all those who will view. Again, if you support the channel, guys, please like the video, give me that thumbs up button. Also, if you really do like it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It helps out the algorithm of the channel. It helps us grow. Comment down below, let me know what you think. Let me know, again, as I said in my previous video, let me know if you guys truly do believe there's AOE. You know what I mean? Let me know. I want to know. You know what I mean? And then also, guys, let me know. Also, just share the content. Share it with somebody that you may know that may be of the same mind. And we could just roll from there. But again, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all have a good one.